basketball. Ain't played in a little while, so just being out there felt good. Felt loose and just going to win the game. So, that was the best part about it. Here now, I'm gonna go out there and make the right play, just make what I feel best for the team. So, efficiency-wise, I think I did well today. Could have did better, but I think I did well. I was just happy to play basketball. I get to play basketball for a living now. So I was probably smiling the whole game, just happy to be out there.
In a clash that felt more like a postseason battle than a midsummer exhibition, the San Antonio Spurs and Dallas Mavericks faced off in a marquee NBA Summer League matchup that had the Thomas and Mack Center buzzing. All eyes were on Cooper Flagg, the electrifying rookie phenom fresh off a high school career that made him a household name before he even played a college game. But it was San Antonio's Dylan Harper, the #2 pick in this year's draft, who stole the show with a clutch performance that silenced doubters and ultimately lifted the Spurs to a thrilling 89-84 victory.
Physical, picking up 94. They did a really good job of just pressuring us and getting us out of our actions. So that was a little tough. Just trusting all the work. Taking a lot of the same shots I took last game. Just trusting. I got to the line a little bit better today at the rim. I just trusted all the work. The same shots, nothing different. I know I can do it.
This wasn't just another summer league contest. This was a statement game. On one side was Flagg, the number. One pick and perhaps the most hyped American prospect since Zion Williamson. On the other was Harper, who at the #2 pick showed he clearly belonged. From the opening tip, it was clear that both teams came to compete. The crowd roared every time Flagg touched the ball, and for good reason. The 6'9" forward dazzled with his handle, fluid movement, and uncanny court vision. On one possession in the first quarter, he crossed up a defender with a lightning-quick dribble combo and finished through contact at the rim, sending fans into a frenzy. But while Flagg made highlights, Harper quietly built momentum. He played the game like a veteran. A mid-range jumper here, a hard drive and one there, a perfectly timed pass to set up a corner three. By the end of the first half, the Spurs had built a modest lead, thanks largely to Harper's control of tempo. Flagg, however, wasn't going to let the Mavericks fade away. In the third quarter, he erupted. First came a putback dunk that shook the backboard. Then, after stealing the inbound pass, he drilled a deep three, barking at the Spurs bench as he backpedaled. His confidence soared, and for a stretch, it looked like the Mavericks would ride his wave to a comeback. He finished the game with 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists, numbers that will surely make headlines. But as the fourth quarter wore on, so did Flagg. The pace of the game quickened, and the rookie started to press. He committed 2 costly turnovers in the final 3 minutes, both of which led to transition points for the Spurs. Harper, in contrast, remained composed. With the game tied at 82 and under 2 minutes to play, he called for an isolation at the top of the key. He dribbled methodically, then burst past his defender for a crafty scoop layup high off the glass. On the next possession, he stripped Flagg clean at midcourt and ignited a fast break that ended in a corner three from teammate Darius Wells. That sequence, Harper scoring, then defending, then assisting, sealed the game. The Spurs never looked back. Harper finished with 21 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. More importantly, he played like a floor general, dictating the rhythm and putting his teammates in the right spots. He wasn't the most athletic player on the court, nor the most hyped, but he was the most effective when it mattered. Scouts took notice. After the game, whispers circulated that San Antonio might be preparing a standard contract offer for Harper, bypassing the two-way deal entirely. If that's true, this game may have been his coming out party.
Always to play if I'm available, if I feel ready, if I'm right, if the time is right, if me and people's talk over and stuff is right, and I'm all good to go. I ain't playing, like you just said, I ain't playing a while, so I was itching to get back up on that court. But once the ball went up, it just felt like regular basketball to me again, so I definitely felt great. What not a better time to come back in a game like this and the crowd as electrifying as this? He had a good game, I had a good game. We kind of just showed the NBA world what we're about.
Flagg, despite the loss, showed why he's already drawing comparisons to Kevin Durant and Paul George. His length and instincts are off the charts. He blocked shots at the rim and disrupted passing lanes like a seasoned pro. On offense, he played with a flair that few rookies possess. Even his missteps, like a pair of ill-advised threes late in the fourth, were born from confidence and a desire to win, not carelessness. For the Mavericks, Flagg's presence is a long-term investment. They don't need him to be perfect now. They need him to grow, and he's clearly ahead of schedule. But this night belonged to Harper. He was calm under pressure, vocal on defense, and surgical in execution. The moment never felt too big. After the final buzzer, he didn't celebrate wildly or pound his chest. He jogged to the sideline, exchanged handshakes with his coaches, and gave a quick nod to the crowd. For the number 2 player in the draft, he showed that the spotlight belongs on him as well. The game itself was physical, even chippy at times. Summer League usually means open play and relaxed defense, but this was a grind. There were hard screens, diving hustle plays, and a technical foul on Dallas guard Theo Ramsey after jawing with Spurs rookie Micah Bell. It felt personal. The Spurs bench was animated all game, constantly shouting encouragement, while the Mavericks coaching staff remained stoic, treating every possession like it was a playoff moment.
I mean, that's definitely someone I watch. I mean, just his pace, how he gets to the rim, stuff like that, just how poised he always is. So, I mean, that's definitely someone I watch. I think me and him, one thing we both got, I think that the rest of the class, I think we're just competitors. We're going to go out and compete. Trying my best is learning new stuff, how to go over screens, guard the ball, stuff like that is definitely an area I look to grow and just keep on getting better at.
What stood out most, however, was the energy. The crowd wasn't just watching, they were living every second. Cooper Flagg brought in the fans, but Harper gave them something to remember. His game isn't flashy, but it's smart. He finds gaps in the defense, leverages angles, and delivers passes that lead to high-efficiency shots. One play in the third quarter perfectly encapsulated this. Harper came off a high screen, baited the help defender with a hesitation dribble, then lobbed a perfect alley-oop to big man Isaiah Collier. It didn't make SportsCenter, but every scout in the arena took note. The Spurs coaching staff has long prided itself on identifying hidden gems in Summer League. Think of how they once spotted Derek White and Keldon Johnson before they became core contributors. Harper might be next. He's not going to lead the league in scoring, but he could easily find a role as a backup point guard who brings poise, toughness, and a high basketball IQ. Meanwhile, Flagg's path is just beginning. His upside is immense, and the Mavericks know it. While there's plenty to polish, decision-making, off-ball movement, defensive discipline, the foundation is elite. He's already drawing double teams in Summer League, a rarity for rookies. Opponents are giving him the superstar treatment because they know he's that dangerous. What this game revealed more than anything was the dual truth of Summer League basketball. It's both a stage for stars to shine and a battleground for underdogs to break through. Flagg was the star, breathtaking at times, mesmerizing with his talent. But Harper was the fighter, seizing every opportunity and refusing to let the moment pass him by. As players walked off the court, you could feel the shift. Flagg was swarmed by media and fans, signing autographs and posing for selfies. Harper, meanwhile, disappeared quietly into the tunnel, already focused on the next game. That's his mentality. There's always more to prove. And while Flagg's future is all but guaranteed, Harper's journey is just getting interesting. Their careers will likely diverge, one destined for stardom, the other scraping for roster spots. But for one night in Las Vegas, they were equals on the scoreboard. And in those final minutes, it was Harper, not Flagg, who made the game-winning plays. That's what people will remember. Not the draft slot, not the buzz. Just the game. Just the grit. Just the guy who didn't flinch. The Spurs walked away with a hard-earned win, but the bigger story might be what it means for both franchises. For San Antonio, it's a reminder that their development pipeline is as strong as ever. For Dallas, it's proof that Cooper Flagg has the tools to be a generational player, but still needs to learn how to close. And for Harper, it's one more chapter in a story no one saw coming. Until now.